Prosciutto Man. This weekend, I kept telling myself I was gonna do a tutorial on stairs in RPGMaker. 2003, and I figured, why the fuck not, right? It seems like a pretty good time. And it seems like something a lot of people struggle with, which is understandable because RPGMaker 2003 is not that good in terms of explaining what to do. And I don't think there's any tutorials for stairs. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but as far as I know, there's no stair tutorial. So I thought I'd make one. We have Yume Nikki open right here in this window, and then in another window I have Beetle Ninja 2 to show you how I did it versus how something like Yume Nikki will do it. Yume Nikki isn't like a professional game; it's also an indie game, but I'm just showing you how this guy does it versus how I'll do it. So what this guy does for Yume Nikki is he'll activate a conditional branch, which is completely unnecessary in my opinion in this. In fact, you could probably, it kind of is, but I don't know. Basically, conditional branches are checking any conditions that you'll have. So you can check if a switch is on, if a variable is set to something, if a timer is on. I have never used timers. Well, I technically am using a timer in Beetle Ninja 2, but it's not set as a timer. Check for your character's money balance. Check if you have an item. Check if there's certain actors in your... Basically anything. I don't really know about current BGM has completed a loop. I've never used that. I don't think that, unless you're working on something very niche and specific, I don't think current PGM has completed a loop would be essential. Unless, maybe. I think that could apply for trying to do like intros and outros to songs. Never mind, different thing. But what you can do in this event, or what this event is doing, this conditional branch, is it's checking if an event was triggered by a decision key. And a decision key is basically like your Z, your X, your A, your B button, if you're talking like console stuff. It's basically checking if you inputted a key, on the keyboard, basically. And then it's going to say, no, you haven't done that. Well, right here, this is what happens if you do, and it didn't do anything here. So then it's going to else, and then it's calling a different event. This is probably in Japanese or something. And now this call event right here is what's known as a common event. Map events, I don't really know about that. I haven't fucked with that at all. You probably won't have to unless you're doing something advanced. So let's go to the database and I'll show you common events. So these are the two common events, I believe. Yes, these are the two common events for this game. For this staircase that he's got over here. So what it's doing right now, this is completely unnecessary in my opinion, and these two conditional branches are also completely unnecessary. This one right here is, though. Conditional branch, player is facing left. If it were me, I would have tidied up the code a little bit and just done, if player is facing left, do this, player facing right, do that. But whatever, this is how this guy programmed it. I'm not going to fucking argue. I'm going to show you how I did it in another thing. But basically, so it's controlling switches for some reason, which I don't really know. Maybe that has something to do with the Yume Nikki. Then it's setting the player's movement route. So what a movement route is, it's intended for cutscenes, but you can use it for a lot of other stuff. Basically, it's moving your player without you having to press anything. So what it's doing is through on, which is basically disabling collision, move to the bottom left, through off. And it's making sure that you're facing left while you're doing this. So it gives the illusion that you're going down a set of stairs. So in motion, that looks pretty flawless. I mean, you've probably played Yume Nikki, so you probably know how that looks. Fucking played. If you've done RPGMaker, you know Yume Nikki. Then it's waiting for all movement, which, in my opinion, is a little unnecessary, but whatever. Then it's, for some reason, disabling switches. I don't know. Yume Nikki is a little bit messy in terms of the code, but whatever. Now I'll open up Ninja 2's source code and show you how I do it. The way I do it, another thing that's important to note, is that you will get a lot more mileage if you just have a single tile that you're walking through, because that makes it a lot easier, and most people who program don't intend for you to go horizontally or vertically. I didn't count on that. It barely, the illusion breaks pretty quickly in Beetle Ninja 2 if you have control. So I fucked around with the code a little bit. There's some extra little characters here. But basically what we got here is a step down event. So what I've done is I've done something a lot simpler than what Yumeniki is doing here. So it's also a bit more versatile. I just copied and pasted an event. And I've titled it right here, step down. So what I'm doing in this game is, first of all, it's checking if you're facing right or if you're facing left. Then it's going to set your move route. Basically the same shit as what Yumeniki's doing. Turn on collision, move to the bottom right, turn off collision. And then if you're facing left, through on, move to the upper left, through off. And that works for this side, but on the other side it's basically inverted. So, I mean, I'll show you real quick, because, you know, whatever. You can kind of see what's going on there. Done. Yeah. In motion, let's show you that in motion. I don't know if you can see the screen, but hopefully you can. I'll just turn this to windowed, just in case you can't. So in motion, that'll look like this. It looks pretty convincing, like you're going up some, down some stairs. If you like take it under the microscope, you can kind of see like you can't walk across the staircase, which breaks the illusion a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. It works decently enough. I do think a lot of people will probably notice if I don't fix it, in which case I'll make an updated video, but whatever. But yeah, that's how you basically program stairs in RPGMaker 2003. Hopefully this was concise, little video that you're able to understand. I do want to do more of these like programming tutorials, because they're not. It's not that they're inherently fun. They're just something I feel like I'm good at. I could probably share some knowledge about it with people. But yeah, hopefully you learned something. Cheers. I'll probably make another video if someone asks for some other sort of programming advice in this rinky-dink software, because there's not enough of those in my opinion. Cheers.